Good day, ma'am. My name is Captain Pahe. Today I will discuss the apportionment of Hamilton plan. In Hamilton plan, we have here the Alexander Hamilton, born on January 11, 1757, and on July 12, 1804. First United States Secretary of the Treasury, a founding father of the United States, and he played a key role in securing America's independence and pushing through the Constitution. Sent to America from Nevis by benefactors, he soon garnered attention with a series of political pamphlets and by becoming a hero in Revolutionary War. He died in a duel challenge by a political rival, Aaron Burr. So next year, under the Hamilton Plan, it was the first plan that the U.S. Congress authorized in 1790 and was offered by Alexander Hamilton. The concept was rejected by President George Washington, so it was only implemented during the years of 1850 and 1900 U.S. government census. Later, in 1852, it became widely used until 1911. It starts by calculating the exact number of items that each group needs. Well, use the terminology of states and representatives as he was concerned in the issue of congressional representation, and he decided how many members each state needs. So next. We have here, under Hamilton plan, we have here the standard divisor is the number of people, voters represented by each representative. To calculate this, we have the total population divided by our number of people to a portion. And we have here the standard quota, which is the whole number part of the quotient of the population divided by our standard divisor. So how to use Hamilton method? So here are step 4. We have 4 steps here. So the step 1, we will compute the standard divisor first, and then calculate the standard quota. Rounded to the nearest whole number, lower quota, or initially each subgroup receive a number of seats equal to its lower quota. Step 2, if the sum of the lower quotas equals the number of seats to be apportioned, so the apportionment process is complete. Step 3, the sum of the lower quota is less than the total number of seats to be apportioned. Then assign a seat to the subgroup that has the highest decimal part in its standard quota. So and the last step, so repeat this step 3 using the next highest decimal part until the total number of seats has been apportioned. So I have here an example in Hamilton plan. Barangay Gulabon is composed of 4 clusters. There are 50 sacks of rice to be apportioned among the 4 clusters according to their respective clusters' total population. So the population is in each cluster is given in the following table we have here. We need to find the standard divisor and the standard quotient of each cluster. So first, we have to find the standard quota. So here we have the total population in each clusters. In East, we have 1,250. In West, we have 985. South, we have 1,450. North, we have 1,595. So if we total this all, we have the total of 520. 5,250. So here our standard quota formula, population divided by our apportionment. So we have the population here is 5,250 and our apportionment is we have 350 sacks. So we have the standard divisor of 50. So in quotient, to find this, we have to divide the population divided by our standard divisor. So if we divide the 1,250 divided by our standard divisor, which is 15, we got a total of 83.33. In cluster west, we have a 985 divided by our standard divisor, which is 15. We have a total of 65.67. In cluster south, we have a population of 1,420 divided by our standard divisor, 15. So we have a total of 94.67. And lastly, our cluster north, we have a population of 1,595 divided by our standard divisor, 15. We have a 106.33. So we have here our quotient in each cluster. So we need to find our standard quota. So to find our standard quota, we have to remove our decimal part here in our quotient. So we have in cluster east we have 83. In cluster west we have 65, 94, and our last is 106. If we total this all, we have a 348. So notice here, we have a 350 clusters. Notice here, we have a 350 sack of rice to be apportioned. So we need to find the 2 sack of rice. So to find in the final, we need to find who's the biggest decimal parts of each quotient. So we have here the cluster west and south. We have the 0.67 here. So we need to add +1. So to get our 350 sacks of rice to be apportioned. So we have here in cluster east, we have 83. In cluster west, we have 65 +1 is equal to 66. In cluster south, we have a 94 +1 equals to 95. And lastly, our cluster north, we have a 106. So we got a total of 350 sack of rice to be apportioned. So here's the result of the in a clean table, in a nice table. We have here in a table of the example 1. We have here the example number 2. A college offers tutoring in math, English, chemistry, and biology. The number of students enrolled in each subject is listed below. So if the college can only afford to hire 21 tutors, determine how many tutors should be assigned to each subject using Hamilton's method. So here, first we need to find our standard divisor. So we need to add this all, the enrollees. Yeah, I need to add this. So if we add this all, we have the total of 890 and divided by our apportion, which is 21. So we got a 42.3810. So to find the quotient, we need to divide the enrollment 360 divided by our standard divisor, which is 42.3810. If we divide this, we got a total of 8.4944. In English, we have 315 enrollees, and divided by our standard divisor, which is 42, and we got a 7.4326. And in subject chemistry, we have a 3.1854. And lastly, our last subject is biology, which is 80 divided by our standard divisor, 42.3810, and we got a 1.8876. So in here is standard quota. We need to remove the decimal part of this quotient, and we need the whole number. So in math subject we got 8. In English subject we got 7. In chemistry we got 3. And lastly, our biology, we got 1. If we add this all, we got a 19. So notice here we got a 19, but our problem is here is 21 tutors. To get that, in here our final apportionment, we need to find the biggest decimal part of this quotient. So we have here, we got here the 4944 and 8.876. So we need to plus 1 that. Plus 1 to get our 21 tutors. So if we add this all, we got the 8 plus 1, we got 9. We got 7 here and 3 and 1 plus 1, we got 2. So the total of 21. So we got here the 21 tutors of tutors. In subject math, we got a 9 tutors. In subject English, we got a 7 tutors. In chemistry, we got 3. And lastly, our biology, we got 2. In here's the result in a nice table. As we got 21. So next example here is a teacher wishes to distribute 10 identical pieces of candy among 4 students. Based on how many pages of a book they read last month, using Hamilton's method, the table below lists the total number of pages read by each student. So we have here the total pages of each thing. Okay, so first we need to find our standard divisor with the total of with the formula population divided by our apportionment. So our total here is 1,120, and our apportionment is 10 identical pieces of candy. So we got here the standard divisor of 112. So to find the quotient again, we have to divide the pages. The pieces of candy. The pages. We need to divide the pages divided by our standard divisor 112. To find the quotient, we have to divide our pages divided by our standard divisor, which is 112. If we divide this, we got a 5.1786, and then we have 230 divided by our standard divisor, which is 112. We got a 2.0536. In Sophia, we got a 189 divided by our 112. We got a 1.6875. And lastly, John, 130 divided by our standard divisor, and we got a 1.1607. So to find our standard quota, we need to remove the decimal parts of this quotient. So we have divide. We got a 2, 1, and 1. So if we add this all, we got a 9. So we need the 10 identical pieces of candy to be apportioned. So in our final apportion, we need to find the quotient have a largest decimal. So notice here we got Sophia as the largest. And so notice here Sophia has got the largest decimal part. So Sophia got 1 pieces of candy. So if we add this all, we have 5. 2, 1 plus 1 equals 2, and 1. So we got a total of 10. So in Hamilton's method, we got the 10 identical pieces of candy in example number 3. So here's the result in a nice table. Example 4, consider country with 4 states and 30 seats in Congress and population distributed as in the table below. So we have here the population again in every state. So we had state A, we got a 27,500, state B, we got a 38,300, state C, 46,500, and state D, we got a 76,700 with a total of 189,000. So first we need to find our standard quota. So the total population is 189,000 and divided by our 30 seats in Congress, and we got the divisor of 6,300. Okay, to find the quotient again, we need to divide the population divided by our standard divisor. So if we divide 27,500 divided by our 6,300, we got a 4.3651. In state B, we got a population of 38,300 divided by 6,300, we got a 6.0794. In state C, we got a population of 46,500 divided by 6,300, and we got a 7.3810. And lastly, state B, we got a 76,700 population divided by our standard divisor, which is 6,300. So we got a 12.1746. So to find our standard quota, we remove the decimal part of this quotient. So state A, we got 4, state B, we got 6, state C, we got 7, and state D, we got 12. So if we total this all, we got a 29. But we have to find the 30 seats. So we need, our final apportionment, we need what? We need 1. So we need to find the largest decimal of this quotient. So we have got here our state C, we got a 3.810. So state C, we got 1. So in our final apportionment, state A got 4, state B got 6, state C 7 plus 1 got 8, and lastly state D got 12. So we have a total of 36. So we have a total of 30. So we've used all 30 seats in Congress. So here's the result in a nice table. And lastly, our last example, F. Bangor Central Elementary School plans to assign 40 teachers each of the grades 1 to 6. The number of students in each group and each grade is given in the table below. Use Hamilton method to assign each grade level to appropriate number of teachers. So again, to find our first, we need to find our standard divisor first. So our total is 700 and our apportion is 40. So if we divide this 700 divide 40, we got our standard divisor 7.5. So in our quotient, so we need to divide enrollees in grade 1. We got a 120 divided by 17.5. So we got a total of 6.86. In grade 2, we got a 90 and divided by 17.5. So we got a 5.14. Got 3 and we got 7.71. Grade 4, we got a 4.46, 11.43, and lastly, grade 6 got a 4.14. So to find our standard quota here, so we need to remove the decimal parts of the quotient. So we got grade 1 here, we got 6, grade 2 got 5, grade 3 got 7, grade 4 got 4, 11, and 4. If we add this all, we got a 37 for our standard quota. So our final, notice here we got a 40 teachers to teach of each grade. So we got 37, so we need 3. So to add, and so to get that 3, so in the final apportionment, we need to find the biggest or the largest decimal part of each quotient. So we notice here we got a 0.86, 71, and 46. So we need to plus 1 that. Plus 1. So in grade 1, we got the final apportionment of 7. In grade 2, we got a 5. And in grade 3, we got 7 plus 1, we got 8. 4 plus 1, we got 5. 11, and 4. So in a total of 40. So we got the total of 40 teachers to teach each of the grades 1 to 6. Yeah, so here's the result in your nice table. Hamilton's method satisfies the quota rule. Quota rule says that the final number of representatives a state gets should be within one of that state's quota. Since we're dealing with the whole numbers for our final answers, that's means that each state should be either go up or the next whole number above its quota, or go down to the next whole number below its quota. And that's all. Thank you.